Welcome to GOODWorks WNC. I'm Michael Truffin, and we're coming to you from Travinia Italian Kitchen in Biltmore Park Town Square. This is brought to you by Alt Media Pros, and we have with us today the day program of Hinds Feet Farm, Erica Rawls. Erica, we're glad you're here.
Thanks, Michael. I'm glad to be here.
Tell me about Hinds Feet Farm and who do they serve?
Well, Hinds Feet Farm is an organization that provides services for adult brain injury survivors. Here in Asheville, we have a day program that's open Monday through Thursday from 9 to 3, and it focuses on community reintegration as well as developing social, emotional, and cognitive skills. In Huntersville, North Carolina, we have a day program as well as 2 residential programs. The members of our programs are all adults 18 and up. We do have folks who come to us right out of high school as well as retirees as well. And they all have either a traumatic brain injury, which is caused by an outside force, such as car accidents, assaults, falls, or another type of acquired brain injury, which has an internal cause. So that could be like a stroke, an aneurysm, or a brain tumor. So
why was Hinds Feet Farms established?
Well, one thing that happens after somebody has an injury is they tend to sometimes become really isolated. So they might have, have a job, they might be in school, and then the injury occurs, and all of a sudden they're living at home. They might have had to move back in with parents, or they're living with a spouse or another caregiver, and that person has to go back to work. They are gone during the day. A lot of times the survivor isn't able to drive yet, and so they can become isolated, and sometimes, they can even lose skills that they might have gained back during rehabilitation. So we were created to try to provide some meaningful activity in people's days. The Foyle family founded the organization down in Huntersville, North Carolina, where we have the day program and the residential programs as well. And that came out of a personal drive for them because they have a son who had a brain injury from a motor vehicle accident when he was 16 years old. So they had a really personal mission to make a big impact in the brain injury community.
What a wonderful contribution. During the day, what do people do?
Well, Hinds Feet Farm is a member-driven program, so what that means is the members actually decide what they want to do each month for the following month. So they actually get together, they have what we call a member council meeting, and at that meeting they come up with ideas and then they vote on them, and then they decide when they want to do it in the month. So we do have that focus on community reintegration. We go out in the community at least twice a week. We do have a van that has a wheelchair lift. And we go places, we go hiking, we do volunteer work, we go to different community activities, cultural activities within Asheville and the surrounding area. We also do program activities on site. We do current events discussion groups, cooking and other life skills groups, drumming, basketball, so kind of a wide range of things that we try to keep it within, but within that we make sure that everything is accessible to all the members. So we have members, like I said, we have members with a range of mobility needs. So, I said we go hiking, but while we're hiking, we're always looking for places that we can go with folks who are using wheelchairs, walkers, canes, and show them kind of what in the community they can access and be a part of, as well as the things that we do on site as well. We make sure to adapt those to include everyone in the program.
How important is that to those who participate?
It's really important because a lot of times, again, that's part of that isolation, is that they don't know how to maybe access their program or their communities with the challenges or the needs that they have after their injury. And so we're helping them to make those connections and figure out how they can navigate their world again, and when they can do it on their own and when they need to ask for help.
So what do you enjoy most about over at Hinds Feet Farm?
Well, what I really enjoy kind of from that is that building that sense of community and connection within the program. So the members have a really great rapport with each other, and within that, a lot of times it's because they are coming into the program and they're meeting for the first time, for some of them, other people that have brain injuries. So we've had folks who have come in. We had a member who came in one time and he was looking around and was noticing all the other people with tracheotomy scars, and he was like, oh, you have that, because he had one too, and he had never met another person with a brain injury before, and he was so excited to, you know, encounter that and to meet other people who had that connection. And I think, you know, that, like I said, the interdependence and the independence, that to figure out what they can do on their own, and then also how to work together, how to use the skills and talents they have, as well as, you know, how to ask for help with what they need as well.
So how can people in the community support the work that you all are doing?
Well, there's a couple of different ways. The first way is to actually come out to the program, spend time with us. We have opportunities for internships, as well as we're always looking for community folks to come in and teach classes, to, you know, lead groups, do special projects, be guest speakers at the program. There's actually the executive director of an agency that's in the building with us who comes and does jewelry making. That's an interest of hers. So it's not necessarily something that you're doing professionally. It can just be something that you like to do that other people might be interested in as well. Also, you know, we're always looking for folks who want to help us with any kind of fundraising out in the community that we can partner with. Places for members to sell art that they make. They like to make art and then sell it to help to support their community connection fund that helps to pay for activities that we do that have fees. If you have a restaurant or a coffee shop, a movie theater, something like that, where, you know, you would be able to host us to come out and experience that. It might not seem like a lot, but practicing ordering coffee when you have difficulty with speech and you're able to be in that supportive environment is a really big deal for folks. As well as, you know, if somebody wanted to sponsor an activity like bowling or going to a museum or something like that that we might not otherwise be able to do, is a really great way that folks can support us. So
what a variety and what a diversity. How cool that there's that kind of energy that goes there. How can people get connected or find you guys if they're more interested?
Yeah, so either people who want to volunteer or who are interested in the program and attending the program, either for themselves or for a loved one or someone that they work with, they can always call me. The number is 828-274-0570, or they can go online and look at our website. There's a referral form there that they can fax in, as well as some other information listed there as well, and that's www.hindsfeetfarm.org.
What an incredible story. Thanks for sharing with it today and the good works that you guys are doing out there at Hinds Feet Farm. It's wonderful.
Thanks.
Thanks again. We want to thank our sponsors, Travinia Italian Kitchen and also Alt Media Pros. This is GOODWorks WNC, brought to you by Crunch Media. Thank you.